Hi, I'm Jacob Murad, president of KPA Lawyers. We help business owners who make up to $50 million in revenue in Ontario. And today I'm going to talk to you about lawsuits. And really, I'm going to answer the question, why do lawsuits in Ontario take so long and cost so much? In order to answer that question, in this video series, I'm going to go through the different stages of a civil lawsuit in Ontario. And only at the end will I answer that question, why do lawsuits take so long? If you'd like, you can skip right to the end of this video, so you will get right to the answer to that question. But I thought it might be appropriate to explain the different stages of a lawsuit so that you understand where we're going. So the first stage of a lawsuit is the pleading stage. Then we're going to talk about discovery, and then lastly, I'll talk about the pretrial motions and trial, all in one video. At the last video, I'm going to answer the question, why do lawsuits take so long? So let's get started. In this first video, I'm going to talk to you about pleadings. So what are pleadings? You start a lawsuit where you sue someone for breaching a contract. There's a contract, you breached it. Now you owe me money. So you start a lawsuit. What happens there is you file a statement of claim and you bring it to the other side. And then the other side that you're suing has an opportunity to defend themselves by filing a statement of defense. In some cases, they'll even countersue you. In other words, I only breached the contract because you did this, so I'm countersuing you. And then on a third occasion, the original person that sued says, all right, well, I might have done that, but that's because a third party did this as well. And then you can bring in a third party, and then everyone starts suing each other. All of this happens in the pleading stage, where you're saying, I'm suing you for this, and this is why. And you outline all of the elements of why you're suing that person. And then you have to serve that lawsuit onto the other side. So what does that mean to serve? If you've ever been involved in a lawsuit, maybe you've met a process server who rings your doorbell and says you've now been served. What that means is you have to give notice to the other side that they have been served, so they have an opportunity to defend themselves. And this happens throughout the pleading stage and frankly through the entire litigation process. So that is the pleading stage. Statement of claim, statement of defense. You have a chance to reply to the statement of defense. Sometimes there's cross claims where you're suing other parties, you're bringing in third parties, and that's how the pleadings work. Only when those pleadings are complete, which can take a year, only then can you go to the next stage. Now, why will the pleadings take a year? Well, that's because every time you file something and serve something, there's a chance that you actually have to give the other side a certain amount of time to respond. Let's say it's 30 days. You have 30 days to respond. Okay, then the other side responds, and then again, you have another period of time to respond as well. And the more parties that you bring in, the more time it will take. What happens if you don't respond? Well, then the side who's suing, so let's say I sued you and nobody responds, well, then you can automatically win your lawsuit. You can note the other party in default. But that's not all. The other side can come out of the woodwork and say, hold on, I didn't get the lawsuit, or there's a reason I didn't respond. Maybe I wasn't served properly, and they can start complaining about that. And most of the time, judges will say, okay, sure, I'll let you respond. So all of this happens before you even get to the part where you're looking at evidence or even getting to a trial. All of this pleading stage has to happen first. Who are you suing? What is your defense? Did you properly serve the party? If not, why not? And only then can you move to the next stage, which is discovery. And in the next video, we're going to talk about discovery.